Hey everybody, good morning. Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Let me give you my standard disclaimer. These 5-minute motivators are one-take wonders. I know the birds are very aggressive this morning. There's also some people hanging around that are talking. There's maintenance people around. So you may be hearing and seeing things in the background. Please keep in mind the purpose of these 5-minute motivators is to give you an idea to think about for the rest of the day, not about having perfect production. So consequently, you may experience these kind of interruptions, but just ignore them, put them in the background. The main point here is the information, and that's what I'd like you to concentrate on. Also, I noticed that the morning sun is giving me kind of a halo effect, so I'm kind of looking angelic. Normally, angelic and me are kind of polar opposites, but it's very nice to at least, there we go, to at least be considered that from a video perspective. Okay, so what do I want to talk about today? Very recently, I had to fly from Costa Rica into Mexico. We had every 3 months you have to get your passport stamped. Normally, I would drive into Nicaragua to get it stamped if I'm not traveling, but we can't do that because of COVID. The Nicaraguan border is closed. So I had to fly to Mexico, get the passport stamped, spend a couple hours in the Mexican airport, and then fly back to Costa Rica, and that's what I did. I was sitting at a sports bar in the Mexican airport, and I noticed that there was a gentleman next to me eating a steak. And I was eating chicken wings, but he was eating a steak. Now, I noticed that he got a piece of the steak stuck in his tooth. And for the next 10 or 15 minutes, I watched with rapt attention as he stuck his finger, I think the one with the largest fingernail, into his mouth and tried his best to gouge that piece of steak out from between his teeth. And he was really struggling with it. I noticed every so often he would change fingers, change hands, and so forth, trying to get that piece of steak out. And, you know, I have to ask you, how many times has that happened to us that a problem occurred? And that problem, at least in this case, is we got something stuck between our teeth. And we use this focused, laser-like effect to solve it, a fingernail. Here's what he did after about 15 or 20 minutes of trying to gouge that piece of steak out. He took a napkin and very carefully just put his finger inside the napkin, rubbed it across the area where the steak was bothering him, and he got the piece of meat out immediately. And I'm sitting there eating my chicken wings and thinking, very interesting. A problem occurred. He had something stuck between his teeth. He started with a focused approach, a finger with a fingernail, to try to get rid of that problem, but it didn't work. Then he took a broader approach. Same tool, finger, but he put the put his finger in the napkin and then rubbed that across his tooth, and that solved the problem. And it got me thinking, how many of us have one approach to problem solving? Whether it's a laser-like approach or whether it's a broad brush approach. Whereas what we should do is look at problem solving as something that requires flexibility. So consequently, the more that we can put into our problem solving repertoire, the more chances that we're going to have of solving that problem. So I want you to think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this today. When a problem exists, how many times do we use the same approach? Maybe it's anger. As soon as a problem happens, oh, I can't believe this is happening to me. Or maybe it's acquiescence. Well, here we go again. I guess I'm okay with that. When in effect what we might want to do is look at different approaches to problem solving. Now, I can't answer that for you. I can't give you anything actionable because I don't know what problems you're facing. I don't know what your modus operandi is to solving problems, and I don't know what you feel comfortable with in terms of additional problems to solve. But I guarantee you that using a fingernail or using a napkin in different situations will help with the problem. So Work on that a little bit. Think of what problems you can solve by using a different approach. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute motivator. This is Bill Shaka thanking you for your time. And you know what, those chicken wings? I got a piece of celery stuck in a tooth. I'm going to go take care of that now. Thanks for your time. Talk soon. Bye-bye.